continue with the OT presented by Ford. And right now, why don't we check in with Tom Brady, who called that wild finish in Chicago between the Lions and Bears. Good to see you, Tom. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's cold there in Chicago. We appreciate you. We appreciate you doing this. Let's talk about your
for
game.
You guys.
Yeah, well, you're nice.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about this Bears team. I mean, you've seen them a couple times down the stretch. They're going to have a home game next week against the Green Bay Packers. Should Bears fans worry about their team if they're not down double digits in the fourth quarter?
You know, it shouldn't surprise them at this point. I think earlier in the year it did kind of take them a little bit. They really don't want to be in that situation. But when they can make a few plays in the fourth quarter, and Caleb makes some plays with his feet, and he made some terrific throws there in the second half. The crowd gets into it. The defense got the interception. Early in the year, you kind of thought, not really sustainable, but that actually has been their formula for winning. They've got to tighten it up in the playoffs because these teams and the competition they're playing is going to be much better, but they've got a distinct playing style, and it's going to be hard to come in here to Soldier Field and beat them.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Washington last year, Tom, the way they won all those games in the last 2 minutes. That would have actually been, I think, their 7th game to win if they'd done it in 2 minutes. Anyway, my question for you is Seattle. What, in your opinion, what have you noticed that's made them so special, and they're now the #1 seed in the NFC?
Yeah, I think that defensive line is just so underrated. No one really talks about them. They pressure the passer. They play a lot of zone coverage, so a lot of turnovers, and then they're running the ball well. They're playing a very winning style of formula that kind of what the Eagles did a little bit last year, kind of what the Bears have done. They turn it over a few too many times. I don't like the Seahawks do that, but they're going to have to tighten their game up too. There's no really clear-cut, favorite at this point. I think there's just a bunch of teams that whoever plays well on that day is going to advance.
You know what? You couldn't be more right about that, Tom. We see the Rams. The Rams got back to the win column today. They're still one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl in a lot of people's minds. Are they a favorite to win in your mind?
I love the Rams. I love the way Stafford's playing. I love the way McVay calls games. I love the way he designs game plans. They run the ball well. They got Puka, Devontae, hopefully is coming back. Their D-line attacks. There's a lot of things to like about that team. They're not going to sweat going into any of these, road playoff stadiums and worry about winning or losing. They have tremendous belief in what they're doing. I think between the Rams and the Eagles, those two teams, not that they're sleepers, but they're kind of, in my mind, they're right there at the top.
Tom, what's up, my man? Your hands are looking all right, man. Put some gloves on. Stop acting so tough out there in that cold. But my question's about something that you're very familiar with, and that's the MVP race. And today, Matthew Stafford threw for 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions once again, and now he has a total of 46 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah.
Is Matthew Stafford your MVP, or do you want to give it to the fellow Patriot, Drake May?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't get a vote. I think what Matthew Stafford's done this season has been absolutely remarkable. 46 touchdowns, that's, for any quarterback, that's a dream season. So he's been spectacular. Drake May on the other side has done some incredible things with Josh McDaniels in their first year together. Drake's got a long career ahead. I'm sure he's going to have many opportunities. I would say Matthew Stafford.
Hey, Tom, your Patriots have won 13 of their last 14. How do they stack up against the Denver Broncos, who's the #1 seed?
Oh, boy, that is going to be the game. If it ends up going down to Mile High with those two teams playing in that environment, Gronk and I have been in that environment at Mile High a few times as a visiting team. It's a raucous environment. There's a lot of good football that needs to happen between now and then. But, man, that would be one AFC Championship game that I want to see.
Tom, we appreciate you sticking around again on a cold night in Chicago. We promise not to bother you again during the regular season, okay?
Thanks, Tom.
That's a deal here.
See you, buddy.
Deal, guys.
See you later,
Great to see you.
Bye, Tom. Great to see you.
We'll see you next week during the playoffs. We don't know where you will be just yet, but we will see you wherever it is, and we will get you set with the pregame coverage for that. All right, lots to talk about here as we go forward. And one of the last things that Tom Brady talked about was that MVP race. It's a race because Drake May and the Patriots just keep on winning. They did so today, wrapping up the #2 seed, and their quarterback Drake May spoke about it afterwards with Pam Oliver.
All right, Drake, let's talk about it. Here you are after a terrific season, a nice cap, and here's the best part, the postseason. What do you look forward to the most?
I look forward to being here at home, back here at home. We've got a great fan base. We've got a great squad. Proud of these guys tonight, and we look forward to playing next week.
You played last year when this team only managed 4 wins. Now we're talking 14 wins. What do you feel best about where your New England Patriots team is concerned?
Yeah, just playing our identity every week. Doesn't matter the opponent, we're trying to play to us, and that's what we're trying to do. All 3 phases. Proud of the guys tonight. I love this team, love playing for Coach Vrabel, and we got a good squad, and I love being around them.
You probably can't walk to your car without somebody screaming MVP at you. So just entertain me here. How much would something like that mean to you?
I think it means the world to us. This is a team. It's a team award. Just proud of the guys. Proud to get a win, and it takes everybody. And just proud of this team. But it starts now. Playoffs start now, so we got to go.
Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you, guys. Go Pats.
All right, he talked about the playoffs starting now, Gronk. They're going to face the Chargers hosting that game next weekend. Right now, you take a look at this, and one of the things that impressed me, and I want you to explain it, is what he means by we play to us.
Yes, the New England Patriots play to their game. They don't play down to their level. As you can see, yeah, everyone's saying their schedule's so weak, but they're absolutely dominating teams. And if they weren't playing to us, as Drake May just said, well, then the games would be closer when you're playing versus these lesser teams. Like today, they absolutely dominated the Jets last week. They just demolished the Miami Dolphins at Gillette Stadium today, and they're playing at their level every single week, And then what I really love about Drake May, though, is when I had that sit-down interview, you could tell that there's no moment too big for him. I talked about the Brady statue. I talked about the banners, and he respects that all. He admires it, but he also knows it's his time as well. There's no moment that's too big for him that's presented onto his plate. And having a guy that's very experienced, like offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, to lead him through those situations, that's what's helping him develop and handle these situations as well. This team is playing football at a high level, and when you're playing to us, that means the New England Patriots are going to be playing at a high level going into the Patriots as well. They match up tremendously versus the Chargers. The Chargers, a very inconsistent football, not very inconsistent, but an inconsistent football team throughout the year, and that's why I think the Patriots match up well, because they're a consistent football team.
You know what you should do?
Yes.
Let your brain breathe.
I know. I just get too amped up.
My man is going. He's
going today, baby. I've been fired up since the pre-show. Let's go, baby.
But you are 100% right in the fact that, we talk about the schedule and how easy the schedule was for the Patriots, which is rightfully so. But they didn't play teams to a tight score that they shouldn't have been tight with. They played extremely well against everybody they played with. They put points on the board. They stopped them defensively. I think that Vrabel's done an incredible job of coaching. I think that the culture there is incredible, and it's showing in the way that they're playing. So they have a big game against the Chargers. I think for the the LA Chargers, I just don't think that they are coming in at the right the right energy to match up with what they're doing there in New England. I don't think they come into the same expectations or the same confidence as what they're doing in New England. And the way that the Patriots are playing, I think they could beat anybody, regardless of what their schedule's been. Yeah. Because we all know competition, we're really tight as far as the talent. It's the confidence. And they have just as much confidence as anybody in the league.
I don't know why everybody's they're bad schedule. I get that because you're looking at winning and losing schedules. But still, we use this old saying, we get it from our coaches and everybody around here. Anybody, any Sunday can beat anybody in the NFL. We see it happen every year. It's called upsets. It's called upsets. But the thing that I like about May and Daniels and in New England, if you look at these young quarterbacks that all of a sudden they're kind of rising to the top, you look at Lawrence Down in Jacksonville. You're looking at Johnson in Chicago. You're looking at a coach and a quarterback and a system, an offensive system that's well thought out, very intellectual system. You see a lot of movement, not stationary, a lot of movement. And the great offensive coordinators have a lot of shifts and movement in their offense, and these young quarterbacks they're being coached well.
A lot of shifts.
Yeah.
What did I say? Did I say shift?
No.
Yeah, no. We're just making sure.
We making sure.
Hey, I said, no. Hello, America. I said shift.
See, I know not to say that word because I got a list. It'll sound like something else.
There's another point. How you want to go? There's another point about the Patriots as well that I want to make is that they go into the game with game plans, and they follow those game plans, and they execute those game plans, and they don't get off those game plans. For example, today, I mean, Drake May wasn't asked to do much today, and he completed what he needed to do. He only threw the ball 18 times and only had one touchdown pass, but they ran the ball down the throat of Miami and just kept running the ball. They had over 200 yards rushing. They also rushed for 4 touchdowns. And when things are working, they don't go off script, and they stick to what they know and what's working. And that's what's so great about them.
Bill was there.
Yeah. It's one, we're going to limit our mistakes. We're going to be try to be a mistake-free football team and take advantage of other people's mistakes. And that's something New England's done for years. And Mike Vrabel was there when they were doing that. And I think this quarterback, a lot of quarterbacks don't have the good fortune of being somewhere that they're well coached. There's a system, there's a plan.
Exactly.
Protection is a primary, kind of deal for them. Every play is designed with protection in mind first. And this kid's special.
That head coach, Grable, for New England, folks, he was a hard ass in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he really lost that job in Tennessee because they got tired of him. And to his credit, Kurt, he changed and became more of a player's coach, more of an embracing guy. Still strong. He still has rules, and you better follow them. But he's also a guy that you basically like. You like to play for and respect.
You respect.
Right. So New England got their 14th win today. Drake May is still in the MVP conversation. The Rams, they won 12 games.